What's going on, guys? Welcome, fellow Altoholics. You are in a judgment-free zone here, so feel free to talk about your addiction. Welcome to the first Altoholics Anonymous meeting. This is going to be something a little bit new, a little bit different. Maybe some people like it, maybe some people don't. I don't expect as much attendance tonight, which is okay. This is kind of going to be a little bit more of a personal setting, so to say. And we're going to take live phone calls. We're going to just discuss City of Heroes in general and our addiction to the game. So I think it's going to be a fun time. So as always, just like we do every other stream, how's my City of Heroes family doing tonight? Let me know. Yes, Guan, this is for real. Now, I'm just going to be honest with everyone. The name is really just kind of a joke, obviously. Altoholics Anonymous. Really what this is kind of a live show or live hangout to discuss City of Heroes. That's exactly what it is, because as much as we love playing the game, a lot of us also enjoy discussing and talking about the game. That's why you see so many posts on the Facebook groups, on the Reddit pages, that it's literally just discussing and talking about the game and just having a good time, fun time while we do it. So, first thing I want to do, and see, Guan, exactly, that's the first step, my friend. Everyone who is here, I need you to admit that you have a problem. That is the first step. What we're going to do here, I'm going to wait for a few more people to roll in. I have created a straw poll before we get things kicked off. And it's going to ask you guys how many alts you have, because I want to get a feel for the viewers, everyone here, how many of you are truly an actual altaholic, because a lot of people claim to be, but they're actually not. So let me create the poll right quick, and I will link it, and we'll see what you guys say, how many of you are. And what we'll do is we'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll open up the phone line to take some phone calls. So I'm going to go ahead and link it right here. Go ahead and participate in that straw poll. And I'm actually going to show the screen. Move it over. And see how many alts you guys have. Guan, it's not poking fun at anyone or anything. It's all in good fun. Altoholics is a term that is thrown around everywhere. Just go look online. It's thrown around for all MMOs. It's not a jab at anything personal or serious. It's all in good fun, just discussing City of Heroes. Okay. Keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping an eye on it. So that's 1 or more, 5 or more, 10 or more, or 15 or more. Okay. So most people are hovering around 5 or more, or 10 or more for the majority of you. I'll leave it up for a few more minutes. Not minutes, actually, seconds, most likely. Okay. So maybe not as many of you are an alcoholic. Maybe you're not. 27, 20. Okay. I would consider 10 plus to be an alcoholic. Now, I say that there's obviously, and most of you are going to be around 5 or more, roughly, it looks like. That's going to depend person to person, because I do know people that have 4 alts, but they are all only, level 20, 30 something, because they bounce around them so much. But okay, that's interesting. I just kind of wanted to see how many you guys have. So, okay, that's good to know. Good to know. All right, so what I want to do tonight is we're just going to talk about City of Heroes a little bit, as I said, and then we will open up the phone lines. So what I wanted to start with to kick things off, actually, is show you guys this lovely screenshot that I saw on these, every time I look at it, on the City of Heroes Reddit page. Check this out. This is exactly what you think it is, and it says exactly what it looks like. I have not seen anything like this yet until now. He his pants man. It's creative, I'll say. But props to whoever made this, actually, because that is actually quite creative. He made sure that he gave him all white shirt, white pants, and then I think maybe that's the waterfall aura, where it's kind of coming from behind, but if you looked at him from the front, you wouldn't really notice. And then with the kind of yellow stained pants and the yellow, oh goodness, it's bad, but pretty funny, and he's got the red face, so that's pretty funny too. But I had to share. And again, feel free. What I want to do on these is feel free to bring up anything that you guys would like to discuss City of Heroes. Because again, it's kind of a podcast, but not a podcast, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense at all, actually. But I had to show that off. I also wanted to pull up and take a look here at the status for the shards, because we've talked about this a lot, but check this out. I'm pretty excited to show this because originally Excelsior stayed at number 2 or 3. From what I saw in the past, Torchbearer was always number 1, Indomitable was number 2, and Excelsior was number 3, especially when the game first launched. Now, if you take a look at it now, Excelsior is consistently at the top with active current players logged on by quite a bit. I mean, Torchbearer is close with 1,400. Indomitable a little bit lower than that, 1,328. Excelsior is getting a lot of attention, which is good to see because most of us play on that shard. So that's good to see. The population is strong on Excelsior and seems to be growing every day. Obviously, heroes heavily outweighing the villains. It's not even a competition. And again, it's not a competition but between the shards. We're all just enjoying the game and wanting to have fun. But it's nice to see the shard that most of us are active in playing on having a higher population, because that means getting groups and stuff is that much easier for us even with that. So that's pretty cool to see. I also wanted to touch on if anyone, and I'm asking for participation here from you guys. Let me pull up another screen here. Has anyone heard anything else? What's going on, Psionic Monk? Has anyone heard anything else about the NC Soft stuff? Because we can talk about anything City of Heroes related here. I heard that Tony V with, I guess, Titan Network, at least as far as I know, I think he's there in with the Titan Network, was in contact with NC Soft about the City of Heroes stuff. Actually, let me pull up the Twitter and see if I can find anything. But there, as far as I know, here's the deal. I touched base. I sent a message to Tony, not expecting him to respond. I didn't think that he would. Just asking to see if there's been any update, any word from NC Soft at all. And I didn't get a response to it. Again, I didn't expect to. But it's going to be quite a while before we hear anything about that. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. All right, sorry guys. But I think it's going to be a while before we hear anything. And even if we do hear anything, I don't know. Because here's my question to you. Here's what I want to ask you guys. This is a real serious question. Yeah, wife, I go. Here's the thing. Let's say NC Soft, play hypothetical. Humor me for a second, guys. Let's say NC Soft actually gets back in contact with Tony or the Titan Network, whatever that relationship is. I'm still having a hard time following. Let's say NC Soft gets back in contact with them and says, okay, here's the deal. We're on board. You just can't make any money on it. You can only take donations enough to pay to run the servers. Our name won't be associated with it in any way, but you have full permission. You can advertise it. You can put it out there to get players. Would you transition from the Homecoming server to that server, assuming that it was the same setup? Issue 25, everything's the same, but you're starting from scratch over on a server that's been given permission by NCSoft to be up. Would you guys transition over to it and play on it? And I'm looking for participation from you guys to see if you would. Your players would not move over. There would be no further basically there would be no difference. Development wise, everything would be the same as whatever happens here on Homecoming. It would just be an NCSoft blessed server. That's all it would be. Would you transition over? No, I did not buy a game with that Steam cash yet. Psionic Monk. I had $15 sitting in my Steam wallet and had no idea it was there. Actually, let me correct myself. $14.99. And I had no idea that I had 15 bucks sitting in my Steam wallet. And that's a pretty exciting thing to find. You know when you've like washed your pants or something, or you wear an old jacket and you reach in your pocket and you pull out like a $5 bill and you get super excited and you just have to spend that $5 bill like now. That's how I feel with my Steam wallet with the $15. No, no, no. Okay. So most people say no. I have to agree. I would not transition over just because at this point I am emotionally attached to some of my characters on the Homecoming server. I don't think I would want to start all over again. Now, either way, none of us have to worry because I mean, I know you guys can maybe see what this is. I mean, this doesn't do me any good unless I set a server up, but it's already out there. We're safe. It's been a while since anyone's touched on that because we've all just been having fun playing the game, and rightfully so. That's what we need to do. Enjoy ourselves and play the game that we love and care about. But we don't have to worry about anything happening to it again. There are a ton of other servers out there. Homecoming is just the most popular one. It's the most populated one, and that makes it the most fun to me because an MMO is massively multiplayer online. I want to play with friends and family. So I'm going to play on the most populated one. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so most people say no. Most people say no. I am thankful for NCSoft not coming in and trying to throw down the ban hammer or whatever it is they could potentially do here. But I still kind of don't really care for NCSoft. I'm just putting it out there. Just being honest. Yeah, check out Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I played that back in the day, Psionic, and it's a really good RPG game. And I'm really pumped for number 2. Really pumped. So, let me see if I had anything else before I open up the phone line. One quick thing. The supergroup is running Incarnate Trials this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You do have to be at least level 50 and have your alpha slot unlocked. But we are doing that Saturday at 3 p.m. I may or may not be streaming it. May or may not be. I don't know. It depends on how my schedule works out. You guys know that we normally stream 8 p.m. on Saturday. That may get bumped up to 3 p.m. Keep an eye out on Discord and on the community tab here on YouTube, and I'll keep you guys updated and let you know. I don't know for sure yet, but I'd love to hop in on those Incarnate Trial runs, so we may switch it to 3 p.m. Okay. Appreciate you hanging out, Blood Poet. And I know that these types of streams aren't for everybody. To be honest, the viewers are going to fluctuate. But I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So we'll try it out. We'll see what happens. So let me get the phone line opened up and let you guys know what we're talking about with opening up the phone line today. What I would like for you guys to do. You guys are going to be nervous. Don't be nervous about calling in. I want you to tell me your favorite archetype and power set combo and why it's your favorite. That's what I'm looking for. You can elaborate and go deep, or you can just say, hey, mine is fire, blaster, because it's a lot of damage, and that's all. And then literally hang up and that be it. That's cool. I want to hear from you guys, and I want to give the community a chance to express their opinion on things live on air right here on YouTube. So that's what we're going to do. Your favorite archetype and power set combos, and tell me why. So let me get the phone line opened up. It's going to take me just a second. And trolls, don't try me, because it's too easy with VoIP service for me to track it and throw down a ban hammer. So don't try me, trolls. I know some of you are waiting. Okay, with respect to your question, I would if NCSoft upgraded the graphics engine, but by the same token, I understand we all have some deeply rooted resentment from our last encounter. Absolutely, Matthew. Yep.
Go Tigers.
It'd be tough. Cody, thank you for the $2 donation, my friend. I didn't expect a lot of donations tonight given the different platform, the way that we're doing this. So thank you, man. I appreciate that support. It says go Tigers. I don't know about that one. But okay, so we've got our first caller. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's working properly. And you will be able to introduce yourself as well. So actually, let me end that real quick and let you know, and then I'll take that call. Caller, I will take your call in just a moment. I'm going to say, hey, who do we have on the line? You can introduce yourself with your real name, your YouTube name, or your City of Heroes character name. It doesn't matter. It's however you want to do it. If you don't want to put your real name out there, then don't do it. Do whatever you're comfortable with. So, all right, it should be open up for real now. You thought that was your phone ring? Nope, that's me, Keldon. But I'm curious to see you guys. Your favorite archetype and power set combo and why. And then we could, banter back and forth, discuss it a little bit. And chat, I want to see what you think. When the caller says, this is my favorite archetype and power set combo, I want to see some reactions. Yeah, that's a cool combo. Ooh, that one sucks. Why would he like that? That kind of stuff. So, all right. It is opened up. It is open up if anyone wants to call in. I guess I should tell you guys, it's the number above my head right here. 865-235-1489. That is the number to call in tonight. And you can put it in the chat as well if you're not comfortable with calling in. Put it in the chat right now if you're not comfortable with calling in. But give me a call. The phone line's open. I know some of you want to call in and talk City of Heroes. I know you do. Hello. Who do we have on the line? Are you there? Uh-oh. Someone got a little nervous. We'll take the next one. You're going to get trolls. Just let you guys know, I don't have anything in place like a radio station does, but I can easily ban numbers that are trolls to try to call in. So it's really easy to do. You like either willpower and super strength tanks, hurting mobs, that would be nice, yeah. Or fire and thermal corruptor. Hello, who do we have on the line?
Call from
Sterling.
To accept, press 1.
Are you there, my friend?
Hey, I am. How's it going?
How's it going, man? Who do we have on the line?
Hey, this is Sterling. I'm over here in Pensacola, Florida. Where are you at?
Nice. I am in East Tennessee, close to Knoxville.
Nice. I thought I recognized that accent.
Yep. Most people pick up. They know it's southern something. They don't know exactly what. But...
All right. So what are we talking about? Archetypes and power sets?
Yes. I'm asking players what their favorite combo is and why. And you it can be more than one. You don't have to nail it down to just one archetype and power set. It's just kind of what you enjoy playing and why.
Yeah. Well, obviously the show's called Altoholics Anonymous, so it's hard to pick just one. But here we are on City of Heroes Part 2, and I wound up recreating my original character, and I've got him up to almost the 40s now. He is a blaster. He is an energy blaster. Ooh. And I've tried everything else. I've tried tanking. I've tried controlling. I've tried everything. And I keep winding back on this one blaster. And, even though every time I come in and I do my explosive blast and knock everybody all over the place, it's just so damn satisfying to, just wipe a room as quickly as you can with the AoE, with, a blaster set like that. So, you end up eating dirt a good bit of the time, but it's just really satisfying. And then you just pop all those build-ups and all your inspirations. You just dive into the middle of a crowd and pop your Nova. And I still haven't found anything that, I enjoy as much as that.
Now, does Energy have a lot of AoE, or is it more single target? I haven't played Energy Blaster before.
Yeah. It's probably more single target, so Explosive Blast is AoE, and Energy Torrent is Cone. But you can get so much recharge on them that you can go pretty quickly and just kind of keep spamming them. What I did this time that I never did before was I put in the enhancement for swap out knockdown for knockback.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to ask because I've heard you can do that, and groups get really mad if you haven't, so I was going to ask.
Well, it's my first time doing it, and so far, the only thing I can say is it doesn't feel as good.
I would say not, yeah. I mean, when you're used to seeing those enemies go flying.
Yeah. So, you're still doing the same amount of damage, but I hate to admit, it's just not as satisfying when they're just kind of bouncing up a little bit versus, getting blown across the room.
Yeah, I've heard, though, of people playing energy blasters and finding ways for it to be useful. I've heard of stories of people fighting a bunch of mobs and basically the energy blaster just throwing them into the wall over and over again. So they would hit the wall, fall down, try to get up, hit the wall, fall down, try to get up, while everyone else just kept DPSing them. So, it does have its place.
It kind of turns into a way of soft control, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And there's one other thing the energy blaster does is it's really good at blapping. And I didn't know blapping was a thing until, the past month or so, but that energy melee is just really powerful. You can, throw in an AoE, knock some guys around, and then just kind of, you've got fly on, you hit the follow button on the boss, and you just go in, you start stunning him and knocking him around with your energy melee. Okay. Really satisfying.
I think you might have convinced me to at least try one. So I'm definitely going to have to check it out.
Sound effects are a big part of it, man. It's just really satisfying when you do that energy melee. Ka-choom, ka-choom.
Yep.
That's why there's a handful of sets that, I really like the animations, but I just can't play them because they don't make sound effects.
Yep.
I think Street Justice was one of them. I tried to do Street Justice, and again, I love the animation, but there's no oomph to the sound effects, so I dropped it.
Yep, and that does play an important part. Sound in general plays a big part in games, obviously. So that's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in. You were the first caller on Altoholics Anonymous. A couple people tried to call in, but I got to yours first. So I appreciate you.
Is this your first time doing the live show with the call-in chat?
Yes, for yes, it is. Yeah, this is the first time trying it. I wanted to see kind of what the response was from the community. I don't know if people are going to like it or not because I know it's not gameplay. But I enjoy, again, for me, I mean it when I tell people that I consider the City of Heroes family actually like my family. So it's easy for me to sit around and just chat with you guys about the game. So we'll see what the response is to it.
All right. You said you're on Excelsior, right?
We sure are.
What's your super group called?
Yep, it's Heroes Reborn. We are on number 7. So we have a little over 700 to 800 members total.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to try and join you guys on there. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, man.
All right. Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye. I'm not sure if it read out your donation, Mike. I'll read it out just in case. Thank you for that $20 dono. Mike says, keep up the good work, brother. I love the Positivism. I can't even say that, but everyone can say they know what you mean. By the way, electric melee, electric armor Stalker is the ultimate AoE assassin. What do you guys think about electric melee, electric armor Stalker? That's an interesting combo. I have not seen that much in game. Stalkers don't seem to be that common. Like, do all the Stalkers hang out in just PvP? Like, I don't ever really see Stalkers in a PvE environment. I don't know about you guys, but I've maybe grouped with 2 Stalkers since I've been on Homecoming. No joke. I'm not playing. I'm just going to have to leave this lid off, or I'm going to sit here and keep messing with it. We got multiple callers coming in. Let's get to the next one. Okay. Hello. Who do we have on the line?
Guan Yu.
What's going on, Guan Yu?
I just came to ask, how do you stop power leveling? Once you start, how do you stop?
It is an addiction in itself. I know several supergroup members in Heroes Reborn that are very addicted to it. Every time I hit them up to do something, they say, "Nah, bro, it's cool. I'm power leveling."
I mean, I started 2 days ago. There was a nice man outside the AE building. He told me he'd power level my character for free once. You know, just first time's free, and then after that, I couldn't stop. He got me hooked, man.
It's tough, man. It's real tough. How many 50s you got so far?
So far, I got 150 and I got 4 40s.
Ooh, okay. You're in pretty deep.
I'm already making another character right now while watching the stream.
Okay. Ooh. Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to look for chat. I don't have to answer this. I don't have all the answers, unfortunately, but luckily we have this live stream, this AA meeting, so we can at least air it out and put it out there. That'll maybe at least help you feel a little bit better about your addiction until we can get a solution together for you. Otherwise, I have to ask it, you are at least enjoying power leveling, correct? You're having fun with it?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay.
I love making characters that are purely for parody.
Perfect. Okay. All right. But my best advice right now can be to maybe try to hop in some stuff with the super group, maybe in some runs or something, as difficult as it is to kind of pull you away from it a little bit, and just tune in to these
I don't have a problem, really. I think I can stop when I want. I just don't want to right now.
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, hey, more power to you, I guess. I mean, if you get a bunch of level 50s, that's good, and then you can kind of play the one that you want because you get to try higher level content with them, I guess. So.
All right, man. I'm not going to hold you up for long. Just wanted to say I'm enjoying your stream, man. Love your YouTube videos, and keep it up.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is something I was a little bit nervous about. I'm not going to lie, because I've not done the live shows like this with taking phone calls and stuff. So, but I think it's a good time, and I think most people are enjoying it. So thank you for calling in, my friend.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm putting it out there. I was a little bit nervous about this one because it's my first time doing anything like this. And we started out with almost no viewers. There was like 15 people here, but the viewers are starting to rack up a little bit. I think this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So let's take the next call. Hello. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, Aisha.
Hey, Aisha.
Yes. I was just calling to say that I know absolutely nothing about the game, except for the fact that I really thought once the game was canceled, I'd have my life back with my boyfriend. Because from 2009 to 2012, he locked himself in the room every night. Now that the game's back on air, he does the same thing. So
okay,
I no longer.
So we have a caller, someone who. So you don't actively play. Do you play City of Heroes at all?
No.
You don't? Okay, interesting. Did you say, let me just make sure I've got it right. Is he your boyfriend or your husband?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend, okay. Does he try to discuss the game with you constantly? The reason why I ask...
24/7.
Okay. I wanted to get it. I wanted to hear it from someone else's point of view because my wife says it's all I ever talk about. We'll be laying in bed, we're trying to go to sleep, and I'll just be like, oh man, I forgot to tell you this about City of Heroes, or oh man, I forgot to tell you I'm planning on doing this on City of Heroes tomorrow, and she says it's all I talk about. So
I don't know what was worse, now that the game's back online or when it wasn't online. I don't know when he talked about it more, because when it wasn't online, he was depressed. And I had to hear about how he was grieving a death of the best game in the world. And now that it's back online, he'll literally wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me what just happened.
Yep. Okay.
So I feel for your wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of that guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just know that he is surrounded by friends and family who enjoy playing the game with him, and especially if he's on Excelsior, the shard that we play on. If he's in our super group, he's gonna be playing with friends and family who just encourage him in positive ways and stuff. And we just have a good time playing a game that we love. But yes, it can be tough. Do you play any video games at all?
Not really.
Ooh, okay,
Besides,
okay.
Nintendo 64 and the old games.
Okay.
And Mario Party,
I'd be careful with this, but if you ever want to make his day, or maybe for his birthday, or for Christmas, if you have multiple computers, if you ever logged on and played with him, I think it might just freak him out a little bit, and he might propose on the spot if he starts to boyfriend. So I'm just putting it out there if you're looking to get married to him.
So that's what it took, 10 years of dating. I should have just made a avatar.
Exactly. Run some BFB or something with him, and boom, he's proposing on the spot.
Well, I'm deep down, I'm glad the game came back for y'all. I see how much everyone missed it.
We do. We care a lot about it, and I really appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See, guys, I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. Thank you for calling in, my friend. I think this is going to be good, just even based on the initial response. We've only been live for 30 minutes. I think this is totally worth it. I think this is going to be fun to do at least every couple of weeks. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, play with him. Play with him. Just try. It really would make his day. All joking aside, I know I was joking about the proposing and all that stuff, but I can tell you from experience, it would make his day. It really would. To get to play with his girlfriend, City of Heroes, he might be watching, so I don't know, okay? But look, even if you just kind of pretend you're interested, I'm talking you could care less, okay? Because I know you said you don't play video games a whole lot. I'm talking, just give him a little, yeah, we got that mob, or yeah, that was a good run, or grats on your level. Boyfriend, I can't remember if you said his name or not. But it would make his day. It would. All right. So anyone else? It looks like Pathfinder tried to call in. Pathfinder, if you want to call in, my man, call in again. It only lets me take one phone call at a time. I don't have a queue system set up or anything like that. So try to call in again. The phone line is still open. Okay, looks like we got Pathfinder. I'm going to check first, though, just in case. Hello. Who do we have on the line, my friend?
This is Pathfinder.
It is Pathfinder. I thought that was you. I'm so glad you called in tonight, man.
What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot, just talking about our City of Heroes addiction. Now, I'm hitting you with a question right off the bat because I can never remember. Are you playing yet? Do you have that computer yet?
Not yet. Very, 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 very close.
We got to get you in the game, man. We got to get you in.
Like I said, I'm very close.
Okay, good deal.
Just waiting on a few things.
So, since you haven't played yet, I'm sure I know you've at least been watching the streams and stuff, and I know you did play in the past, correct? When it was live?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What you sound a lot like Nicholas. Do you ever get that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I know you guys are brothers and stuff, but I wanted to check, if anybody else tells you that.
Yeah. My son goes through the same thing because he has the same voice that we do.
Oh man, that's crazy because I've talked to Nicholas a lot, and you do sound a lot like him. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. What was your favorite archetype and power set combo when you did get to play?
My very first one, which was tank fire. God, it's been so long ago.
As I said, I know it's difficult because you haven't got to play in so long.
Yeah, I know. I know my power set was more fire. And it was, like I said, it was my first 50. I mean, I played on it religiously. I mean, I was kind of like you. I was more devoted to one character at a time.
Mm-hmm. Then you don't see that very often with this game, honestly. So you got kind of lucky. Do you remember, did you create that character early on? Like, did you have to go through 10 characters before you found that one and you stuck with it?
No, that was my very, very first character.
Wow. Okay. That doesn't happen for many people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would say that's pretty lucky, actually. To kind of fall in love with your first character that you create and just continuously enjoying playing with it and get all the way to the level cap, still loving it. That's very rare to find.
Yeah. And I mean, in fact, I mean, that was I mean, I only really had like 4 characters that I ever really played, but Vampiric was the very first one I created, and that was the only one I played until I reached that level cap.
Oh, so you even remember the name. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little embarrassed to talk about mine because my first character I made was an illusion empathy controller. And I made a girl character and gave her the least amount of clothing possible. And named her something like Kitty or something like that, like the Kitty or something, pink outfit, blue hair. I shouldn't even be putting this out here live on YouTube, but.
Well, I ain't gonna be, I ain't gonna let you go out there all alone. I did create a few female characters.
Yeah, I gotta ask, how many people in chat are male and have created female characters? It's kind of a weird thing. Have you ever noticed that with MMOs, that there are a lot of people who say males in real life should not play female characters in the game? I don't really understand what the big deal with it is. I've had some people tell me they would like to, if they're going to stare at their screen that long, they would at least like to enjoy what they're staring at. Is what I've been told. I've had people tell me that. It's not what I'm saying. But
Right.
I'm not really sure what the issue is there, because we're just playing it for fun. So if you want to play a female in a game and you're a male, no big deal. If you're a female and you want to play a male in a game, I don't see the big deal.
Well, when I was playing, there were a lot of I guess you could call them like true RPGers, where they would actually role play the character that they personified,
Right, yeah.
And there were a lot of weird people out there.
I'm not going to lie, in World of Warcraft, if you're familiar, I may or may not have danced on a mailbox as a female blood elf for some gold occasionally. I'm just going to put that out there. But we got to get you in the game, man. I would love to get in a group with you and Nicholas together and jump in Discord and just have a good time. So keep me up to date, because I'm ready to play with you, man.
Oh yeah, it'll be, like I said, it'll be very, very soon. I'm building my own computer desk. I'm gonna have everything set up. I'm actually gonna use my TV as my monitor. It's a 42-inch flat screen.
Oh yeah, 42 inches of gaming goodness. That's a good
hell
one.
Yeah.
Good size, good choice.
So I'm getting everything to that point.
Perfect. Yeah, that's definitely, let me know, because Teresa, who frequents, well, you're familiar with Teresa. I know you know Teresa.
Oh yeah,
I see you two
yeah.
chat back and forth.
We get fun. Yeah.
As soon as she got her internet and loaded up the game, I played with her that night until I think 2 a.m. We played from like 10 to 2 a.m. just doing. She got to like level 20 in the first night we were playing. But we'll play as soon as you get it loaded up, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean it'll be. it'll be fun. And I know you got other people that want to call in and talk, and so I'll let you do what you do, and I'll see you in the next stream.
Appreciate it, man, and I always appreciate all the support and love you show me on this channel, man.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Have a good one, Pathfinder.
All right, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That brings up a question. How many of you game on a television? Because as much as I like the size, I find it difficult to play on a television. I think it's something either with like the refresh rate maybe, or I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't look right to me. Maybe I've just always had crappy TVs. I don't know. It's probably those Walmart TVs that I'm always picking up. But I don't know how I feel about it. And I am seeing what you guys are putting while I'm taking the phone calls. I try to listen to just the caller, but I'm seeing your comments. Don't worry. Hello. Who do we have on the line?
Nioki, Will Miller.
What's going on tonight, man?
I'm watching this video.
Perfect. Heck yeah, man. Can you turn the stream down just a little bit if you don't mind? I'm hearing a little bit of echo.
Not a problem.
Thank you, man. Perfect. All right, so let's talk about, you said your name was Will, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about your favorite archetype and power set combination.
It's hard to answer that question.
It is.
My first 50 was dark, melee, and regen. I just created a corruptor, fire, storm.
Okay.
It's right now it's level 3. I think it's I think I will like that very much. I'm having issues with my computer. I am having some graphics card driver issues, so I can't really get into the game right now. So,
are you by chance? I'm not trying to interrupt you. I just want to check. Are you Nioki on Discord?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And see, that's what I think is kind of cool about taking the phone calls is a lot of you, I recognize your Discord name or your YouTube name, sometimes your character name in City of Heroes, so I know exactly who you are. We've actually DM'd back and forth a little bit, I think when City of Heroes first started coming back up again.
Yes.
If I had actually talked to you a little bit, I know a lot of people don't know what's going on with this, but if you're still having issues with that video driver, that's what I do for a living is work on PCs. I've done that as my full-time job for about 7 years now. If you said it was a Dell, if you can find out that service tag number for me, I think it's like 6 letters and numbers, a combination of the two. If you can send me that, I can make sure you get a link to the exact driver that you need for it, if you're still having problems with it.
Oh, awesome. I don't have it right now, but I can look at if you can talk to another person, and I will send you that really
perfect.
soon.
Yeah, get it over to me, man, and I'll hook you up because we need to get you. Are you able to? You said you're not able to play at all right now, right?
Well, I have went on the game 2 times, and I am in the group. I don't know exactly what. I'll look it up.
Okay. Yeah, because we got to get you, make sure that you're able to play, man, so you can group up with us.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in, man. So Dark Regen and Fire and Storm Summoning Corruptor. Interesting combos.
Yeah. I think the Freezing Rain will slow the baddies down, and Rain of Fire will burn it down.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, that might be a good AoE combo, definitely. I don't know. I haven't personally tried it. I know you said you're just at level 3, but I think that could probably put out some good damage.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in, and just keep me up to date on your computer situation, and I'll do what I can to help you.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a good night, man.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, I did actually want to check real quick. Are the volume levels okay for you guys? That's what I'm staring at right now. Are the volume levels on the calls and my voice kosher? Are they okay? And I'm loving, guys, thank you. Thank you. I told you guys, I'm going to say it one last time, and then I'll shut up because there's more people in here right now. I was a little nervous about this one. Thank you, City of Heroes family, for showing me support in this. With you're active, the comments are staying active. You guys are responding to the callers, because people will go back and watch this and view the live chat and see what you're putting. So don't think nobody's going to see it. But I really am thankful for the participation on this live stream. So thank you, guys. So the phone line is back open again. If anyone wants to call in and tell me their favorite archetype and power set combo, the ice has been broken. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Just dial that number right here, 865-235-1489. I said it, and boom. Ask and you shall receive. Hello, hello. Who do we have on the line?
You have Eclipse Omega, brother.
Eclipse Omega. I know exactly who. I don't know why I said it exactly like that. I know exactly who this is, Mr. Nicholas.
AKA Nicholas Curl. What's
Yes.
going on?
AKA Pathfinder's bro. You are a man of many names, my friend.
Oh yeah, big time, man. I'm true to life altaholic.
So let's see what your favorite archetype and power set combo is, because I know, as you just said, this is an AA meeting, Altoholics Anonymous. I know that you struggle with creating multiple characters. Have you found your absolute favorite archetype and power set combo?
I have, only because I enjoyed the team play, and that is my level 45 controller, actually, Metamorphic. He is a Earth controller / Kinetics.
Ooh, okay. I've heard that Kinetics... What makes Kinetics good? Because I have not played it. What is it about Kinetics that everyone enjoys so much?
Well, the Kinetics have a lot of not only self buffs, but it has more team buffs than anything. Like Fulcrum Shift is one of the by far best, like I would say, buff that you can provide to a team.
Okay, yeah, because I hear that thrown around a lot, the Fulcrum Shift.
Oh yeah, Once you unlock your Fulcrum Shift and you jump into a team, it's the mission's guaranteed to be beatable. I mean, it's just how it is. So, but yeah, that is my. I don't have an actual level 50, and I've been playing since the Bree server.
Yep. I can't say much because I just hit 50 last week, and you have no idea how many people messaged me and said, "You hit 50 just now? I have 10 level 50s. What's going on?"
Exactly. Dude, I've filled up about 4 different pages worth of characters, and my highest level tomb is meta, like 45. I've got so many.
So yeah, you might. Keep in mind, guys. That's 10 characters per page. So that's potential 40 plus characters here for Mr. Nicholas. So
I would definitely half a page on 5. So
I would definitely
I'm on my 5th page. So
I would classify you as an altaholic. You definitely are.
Oh yeah, big time. All right, man. I'll go ahead and I'll let you go. Let other people call in, man. I thought I'd say something before I had to go into work. So.
Oh heck yeah, man. Well, don't work too hard, as I always tell you. And thank you again. It's nice to get to tell you over the phone, as close as I can get to in person, at least right now. Thank you for all the support that you show me every day, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. You guys have fun tonight, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, not that it necessarily matters, I know, but Nicholas and Pathfinder in the streams are brothers. Now tell me, if someone goes back and plays that back, do they not? I should have brought it up while he was on the phone. Do they not sound exactly alike? They sound like Nicholas and Pathfinder. Are you guys like twins or something? Because I have a brother too, and we don't sound anything alike. Like, that's crazy. If you were to put Nicholas and Pathfinder on the phone both with me and have them just both say a word and I had to choose which one was which, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. PG, could you plug the stream tomorrow? Yes. Siobhan will be streaming some Dark Astoria missions. And I say it like that because I've heard they can be quite creepy and or weird and or cool depending on what you're into. But that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Potentially with me. I don't know yet. I'm trying to work out my schedule. Let me plug her stream in here right quick. Siobhan is an officer in the Heroes Reborn supergroup. She streams a lot on Twitch. A lot. She's just a great person to be around. So if you want an entertaining stream to watch, I will link it right now. Wow, we have several callers coming in. This is exciting for me, guys. You can see me. This is going to be me the whole stream. Just get something and pin it up because I'm so happy. Okay. Next caller. All right. Looks like we've got a 903 area code on the line. Who do we have on the phone?
My name's Nathaniel, also known as Next Gen. I've been watching your videos for a while.
Okay. Heck yeah, man.
As far as Altoholics go, I think I'm pretty high on the list of like bad about that.
Uh-oh. How many you got? How many you got?
Right now, not very many, but that's because I've got really shoddy internet, and I have to basically go over to my father's house to play it.
Yeah, that makes it tough. It does.
Yeah. But when it was running before, pretty much I didn't pay for any new pages on any server. I just took what each server had, but I filled it up, basically. But
I don't remember. Do you recall what the cap was when it was live? I personally don't remember. Or if anyone in the chat remembers, if you can put it in.
I want to say something like 15, something 15? Like that.
I was thinking it was relatively low. I mean, it definitely wasn't 1,000, obviously.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't remember how many it was. Somebody will let us know for sure. But
I'm just talking about the first page. You could keep paying for new pages.
Yeah,
if
right,
you remember.
Right.
But no, I wanted to actually share a story. I know that you're talking about what's your favorite power sets, and I have to tell you, I can't decide. I can't decide.
It is. I realized, honestly, I thought when I first asked that question and the phone didn't ring for like 2 minutes, I was like, uh-oh, this is a real, because I personally can't answer that right now. I'm going to be 100% honest with you and with the chat. I can't answer it yet. So it would be tough. So yeah, feel free to discuss it, whatever you'd like.
So here's the story. Because the first time I heard that you were going to do this, I told my father, and I was like, I'm going to go on there. I'm going to tell our story, and he thought it was funny.
Okay, yeah.
So I started playing before he did. He saw me enjoying myself, so he's like, this is going to be a father and son thing that we're going to do together. We're going to get this, and we're going to play together. So he starts playing with me, and me and my dad are very different people, and we were hoping, kind of bring us together and everything, and we got a good relationship, but instead it kind of accentuated our differences. I'm very much a creator, so I'd spend a lot of time designing new stuff and writing backstories, and he was like, are you getting on tonight? I was like, well, I've got 3 different ideas I'm going to do. It's okay, yeah, so you're not going to get on tonight, are you? And he would actually get really irritated at me. He's like, you never play. You're always making new characters. And it's like, well, I'll get on, maybe, sort of. But anyway, it was always really funny. He always ribbed me over the fact that he's like, yeah, we play completely differently. I get on a lot more. He creates a lot more. And so we would always tease each other about that. But another quick story. He's on a group on Excelsior called American Legion, which was a group from way back. And through everything and through what you've done and so on and so forth, piecing all this together, he was able to actually find his old crew and get back with them. And I haven't seen my father that excited in a very long time.
That is so awesome. That's part of what it's all about, man, with the community with this game. So that really gets me so pumped up hearing you say that.
Yeah. So I want to thank you for that.
Definitely, man. So is he actively playing still right now? I know you said that you mentioned him getting back together with them, but are you both actively playing currently?
Yeah.
Awesome.
he's got better internet than me. So basically, what happens is, I'm a father of a 2-year-old and a 3-month-old. So I basically wait until they're in bed, and then my parents don't live too far away, and I'm like, honey, I'm going to go over to my dad's house. So
That's great.
Anyway.
So I mean, that's probably kind of makes it like old times potentially then, right? Because you would have been a kid when what you're talking about, right? So yeah, father and son, in the same house playing City of Heroes. That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. So I just thought people thought it would be funny that my altitis was so bad that it irritated my father.
And I do have a lot of people who tell me that they sit around with pen and paper, or they'll sit around on the internet and just like create builds and create characters and float these ideas around. And then half the time they're not even playing the game because they do just enjoy coming up with these characters and backstories, and there's just so much that can go into it.
Yep. I literally have 2 pieces of paper written down different ideas.
Hey, I love it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Anyway.
Thank you for sharing your story, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Father and son start out playing the game together. It's gone. Everyone's sad. It comes back. Father and son playing together once again. And that's awesome that his dad got to meet up with old supergroup members. Like, come on, guys. Let's go. That's awesome. Siobhan, I don't know if it would be difficult for you to call in or not, Siobhan. Would it be... Can I take a call on this from the UK? I guess? Wow, that makes me feel really weird saying, like, I don't know if you... Like, I know you have a phone, but, like, can I take your phone call from... I could do a Discord call. I could, Siobhan. If you can... Siobhan, if you want to call in and tell me your favorite archetype and power sets, let me know, and I can take a Discord call. Yes. But I think this is good fun. Tell me, be honest with me, because a lot of times when people do this, they don't want the constructive criticism. Do you guys enjoy this? I'm looking for direct feedback right now, but then later you can let me know in the comment section what you think about it, or DM me on Discord and let me know, critique it, because I'm always trying to improve. The reason why I have this channel and the reason why I'm able to do these streams and do these videos is because of you guys. I would still probably do it even if there was only 5 people watching versus if it was 5,000 people watching, just to be honest with you guys, because I love this game and everything. But I want to do what you guys enjoy. So I want to continue to grow the family, and if people don't enjoy these, we won't do them in the future. If they do, we'll continue to do them. So I know. Hunter, see, here's the problem. I have pen and paper right here, and people are naming off. You guys, when you guys see me looking down, I'm writing down archetype and power set combos down here. Okay? So, convince me. That could also be another way to put it. Convince me why. Don't actually do this, but you could be trying to convince me why I should play your archetype and power sets. Why they're better. Why I should be playing them. Okay. So I'm going to get... Siobhan is going to call in, and then I'll open the phone line back up. She is going to tell us her favorite archetype and power set combo. Hello, my friend.
Hello, sweetheart.
So, you've had some time to think.
Yes, it took me a huge amount of time.
Okay. So, your favorite archetype and power set combo. We're ready for it.
Currently, dual pistols and regeneration.
Ooh, okay. Now, of course, you know what people are going to bring up, what people are going to ask. You and I have discussed it before. With people talking about that dual pistols is not that good at DPS.
I don't care about that. I enjoy playing it.
I was hoping that would be your response.
It's great fun. The animations are hilarious, especially when you hit the Nova, that final big attack, because it looks like he's having a Michael Jackson episode. He's just dancing around, you're expecting the steps to light up underneath him. And it's great fun if you do it in midair, because you look ill.
Yeah, I can see that.
It really is good. I mean, all right, you don't have as much DPS as a blaster, you don't have as much survivability as a scrapper, but you have more survivability as a result. It makes the game more fun. you're not just constantly dying like you would be with a blaster. You might not be pumping out as much
Obviously,
damage.
just come watch my streams and you'll see. There's lots of pew pew, but there's a lot of dying as well. So.
Well, yeah, but it involves actually doing something rather than just standing.
Right. No, I agree 100%. I do. I cannot argue with you on that point.
I know what it's like when I stream. It's exactly the same. You get distracted talking, and then.
Now you said you paired it with regen.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that would be an interesting combo. I've not played regen on anything, if I'm being honest. So
why not just play Scrapper then? John Schlansky's just asked in your chat. It's quite simple, John. I don't like melee characters. I like ranged. It's that simple. I think one of the most fun sets I had was an energy blaster. Trouble is, I screwed up the secondary on it and made it cold. And back in the day, that was a big endurance drain. Not good. But assault rifle, they've buffed that. The reloads on assault rifle are quicker now, and they're not as big an endurance drain.
I've heard that. And have you played beam rifle yet?
Yes.
Is it
monochrome
good?
lights beam rifle? It's fun.
I have seen one person with the beam rifle power set, literally one person, and I asked them if they liked it, and they proceeded to send me a tell that was the size of a book on all these reasons why they enjoyed beam rifle, and I that's the only time I've seen it.
It's great fun. I mean, it is pure pew pew, or rather bzzzt, but it is a lot of fun. And I mean, I've just used the whole 1950s sci-fi costume set to go with that.
That would be
that
would work well.
Put it into monochrome, and it just looks really well. Looks really good. But it's a lot of fun. But I think the most satisfying one has to be, well, I'm guessing anything with an energy, with the energy power set, because you actually feel like you're pumping out the damage properly. Right. You know? I mean, I've had, 50s, back in live I was empathy radiation defender. That was my 50 on heroes. And of course, Dark Robots, which is the best mastermind set to have.
Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot and ask you a question while we're live on air, because
42.
It's what I do. I like to put it on other people.
That's nice.
The
Cheers,
spotlight
love.
off of me.
Great, thank you. Yes, lovely.
I wouldn't do it unless I thought you could handle it.
Okay, I'm bracing myself here.
No, it's actually, I'm hyping it up, and it's not that big of a deal. How do you feel about your mastermind at 50? Because I'm always making the comment that I don't see masterminds in game. You've got your mastermind at 50, and I've probably asked you that already, but we're live on YouTube, so I want to get it out there and see what you think, because I know you were big on mastermind. And okay. How do you feel now that you're at 50 with that mastermind? Because it was robotics, and what was the secondary?
It was Dark.
Dark, okay, that's what you said, right. So how do you feel about it at 50? Have you played that mastermind a lot in game at 50?
No, because it's only level 42. I stopped leveling it.
I thought you were 50.
No, well, I've got level 50s, but not the mastermind.
Right, not that one. Okay, well, you're close to 50.
The reason is, apart from having run it all on live, I got to level 42, and I suddenly thought to myself, why am I doing this? There's an awful lot of micromanagement at higher levels, and an awful lot of problems with the bots dying, I discovered. And I thought, okay, this is starting to not be as enjoyable, so I'm going to switch. And I tried out the dual pistols, Sentinel, and thought, ooh, I like this. I'll have this. Stuck with that. I'll get into 50 at some stage, but it's not an important thing for me. I mean, if you go on a raid or something like that, I've found the robots, the pets just don't stand a chance, and you're left without hardly any attacks whatsoever to do anything. All you got your heals and your debuffs. Yeah. You're having to rely on other people, you know?
That's what I'm hearing from people who start out playing masterminds, because that was always the hype. Every time I looked at Reddit pages and Facebook groups and stuff, is everyone said, does any MMO have a class like the mastermind archetype? I miss the pets, I miss all of that stuff, and then I found that everyone plays it to about 30 or 40, and then they drop it for something else. So that's why I wanted to ask you.
Oh, I enjoyed it back in the day. It's just I've been there, I've done that, and it was just, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a good idea of yours. I like this.
Okay, good. I was actually going to ask you for some feedback as well because at first you were already here when I said this, but I was a little nervous because only like 10 or 15 people showed up because this is, I wouldn't say this is completely different. I mean, people do this on YouTube and Twitch and stuff all the time, I'm sure, but it's still different for this channel. So I didn't know what the reaction and response from viewers was going to be. So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
No, good job, mate. Hopefully you'll be on the stream tomorrow night. We've got Dark Historia, and we're going to actually be running the content.
And I'm actually going to plug your stream one more time, if that's okay.
We'll be doing that with viewers. You need to unlock the thing from Peregrine Island. I think it's Captain Mahoney or something.
Yes.
He's one of your contacts on Peregrine Island. It's a quick run around Peregrine Island, no combat, and then you're to Dark Historia. And that's where we're going to start.
So yeah, definitely throw Siobhan McFadden a follow. I linked her Twitch in the comment section down there for you guys. So if anything, hop over there, throw her a follow. I know some of you have Twitch Prime because some of you are Twitchers instead of YouTubers. You could always throw that on your favorite new City of Heroes streamer over there on Twitch. Just putting it out there. But thank you for calling in, Siobhan.
That's all right, love. Have a good one for the rest of the evening.
All right, thanks. You too.
Cheers, love.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Siobhan, one of the officers in the Heroes Reborn supergroup. Let me get the phone line back open because I took that as a Discord call. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Again, I am seeing your comments. I don't get to address them quite as much when a caller is on the line, but I'm seeing the comments. I'm reading them. So, and honestly, I'm gonna go back and watch this video when it uploads to see any comments that I might have missed when you guys are responding and reacting to the callers. That's what I'm most excited about. So, can I talk about how healers suck? In what way, John? Because I do see that a lot. I see people saying do not play a healer because they are not needed. And I do understand. I do know I've ran groups without anyone with any like empathy or any type of healing power set. But I feel like if you enjoy healing and you can also contribute with, depending on your other power set, a little bit of extra DPS or buffing or debuffing or something, I don't see anything wrong with it. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what the chat thinks. We'll see what the chat thinks on it. I'm gonna get the phone line back open, and we can always do that in these streams. We can debate stuff about City of Heroes. We can do all kinds of stuff. We're talking about our love for the game and just general City of Heroes discussion. So we all know that we're Altoholics or City of Heroes addicts. We've already got that established. So again, feel free to talk about the game in any way you want once you're here. Okay. Don't worry, there will be certificates at the end of the year when we all graduate. No, just kidding. No, because we're going to be here forever. We're always going to be addicted to the game. We're always going to be Altoholics. There will be no graduation certificates. I'm sorry. So if that's why you're here, because you were waiting for the certificate at the end, there's not going to be one. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Healers are needed in small scale content, though there is no true healer class. It's not an option to pick healer when you make a character only support. That's true, Argo. Okay. It is back on. The phone line is up. Let me pull that up so I can actually see it. 865-235-1489. Need to make a little jingle out of it so people memorize the phone number. Someone called from a 706. If you want to call back in, again, ask you shall receive. There it is, 706. So.
Call from.
Hello. Who do we have on the line?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To
send a voicemail, press 2.
I have no idea what's happening. There we go. Who do we have on the line?
This is Hunter, a.k.a. Random Roman.
What's going on, Random Roman? I recognize both names, Hunter and Random Roman, so I know exactly who you are, my friend. Let's talk your favorite archetype and power set combo.
My favorite AT for solo would, of course, be Brute. I have a bio armor, super strength, but favorite as far as just like game wise would be Blaster. I recreated a old 50 that I had. It was my first 50 back at Live. He is a assault rifle with gadgets, and he is amazing.
That's the first time I've heard that combo of people being a big fan of that.
He is awesome. You throw smoke into a group. Smoke doesn't detect the group, but it makes them blind where they can't hit you. But then you do a M30 grenade bomb in there with full auto, it wipes out a whole group.
Wow. What's the final power you get in that set? Was it
in assault rifle?
No, it was, you said devices?
Yes, devices. The final power you get is a gun drone.
That's what I was thinking. It was some kind of drone. Yep.
Yeah, it's like a minigun that follows you.
Huh. How long does it last for? A bit? I mean, is it something almost like a pet? You don't get to leave it out, right? Is it just like a cast and it stays out for like 1 minute or something?
It is not a pet. You activate the power, but you don't place it like a pet. It's just something you call in, and it'll help you for a good minute or two.
Huh.
And then it'll destroy itself, but its cooldown is like 2 minutes, so you can have it constantly out if you want.
Now, how do you feel about that build? Is that more of an AoE heavy type build, or is that more single target damage?
Yeah, you have some single targets in there, like Sniper. Sniper in that class, it does a crap ton of damage. I have that full slotted for range, accuracy, and damage. And with a purple, it's just like it takes most of their health. But as far as AoE, I have the AoE heavy. There's some like full auto into a group, buckshot, which is a shotgun. Yeah, it's a cone. You have the M30 grenade, which is AoE. It wipes. It's awesome. I love it. And one thing I like about it is in devices, you have this field operative. Your endurance, it helps your endurance modification where you regen endurance faster. And, you know, the assault rifle got buffed, so the endurance cost isn't as much. So it helps a lot. So you can just keep spamming that AoE.
Well, let me go ahead and add another one to the list because I love AoE. I'm really actually surprised to hear you say that anything Blaster would be your favorite archetype, just because I know I see you on Random Roman so much, the Brute that you mentioned. So that surprises me a little bit.
Random Roman is my saint, dude. I love him. He was my first 50 back on Live, and he's the only 50 that I have right now.
Okay. So that's one that...
I have an assault rifle gadgets that I built, and he's like 40 now. You saw him the other day when we played Major Kane.
Yes.
Is his name?
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. But I love Roman. I will never will I meet another person like Roman.
Now, you said
awesome.
that's a remake of a character basically that you played on Live?
Yes.
Okay.
It was my first 50 on Live.
I've heard a lot of people did that. They went and they remade their favorite characters when the game was live. I personally didn't do that just because, again, I was a little 12-year-old, so the characters I made were just silly. But
yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. I was 5 years old when I was out.
Oh, okay. I know now. Wow, that makes me feel like I was much older than in that case. Okay.
Yeah. My dad got it for me whenever I was a kid, and then he saw me play it, and then we started playing it together. And it was heartbreaking when it went down, but whenever it came back, I saw your channel, and you're the reason we found it, and we're back in it now.
Heck yeah,
we have
awesome.
We have our own super group. We got our old super group back going up.
Sweet.
It's awesome.
Heck yeah, man, that's good to hear. I love it whenever family members get to come in and kind of play together and stuff again. That's awesome. But thank you for calling in. That's interesting. Now, whenever I group with you or look at you, I'm going to be like, that's Random Roman, the guy whose favorite archetype is Blaster. So I'm going to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for calling in, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye. You're super old, apparently. Let's get another age check. Let's get another age check down in the comment section. You know what? Just because I'm gonna participate as well. Let's see how old you guys are, because here's the thing. I don't like to math, but it'll give me a general idea of how old you were when the game was live. Because if I know how old you are now, just subtract, then carry over, then okay, yeah, then I'll know how old you were when the game was live. We got multiple callers coming in. All right. Hello, hello. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, this is Psionic Monk.
Psionic Monk. How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty all right. I was calling in because I definitely am an altaholic. I haven't played any of the new servers are set up yet. I don't have a good stable internet connection for any kind of PC or anything to run the game. But back when I played, I had pretty much every server full of alts. I didn't play them all consistently, but I had the two main servers that I played, which is I had the Heroes on Protector, I'm pretty sure was the server, and then I had the Villains on Virtue. But my favorite combo for archetypes would probably have to be, it's really 50-50 between either Willpower Super Strength Tank or Fire Thermal Corruptor.
Okay, wow, that's two kind of very different archetype and power set combos.
They are, but I feel like that's probably why I enjoyed them both so much. But they both kind of serve a similar role, because the Willpower Tank, you would, I personally would always play it, so I would just run around the corner, taunt all the enemies, pull them around the corner, and have a giant mob surrounding my character. Then I'd use Foot Stomp to knock all the enemies down, and then I would focus on whatever the most irritating individual unit was and juggle them with all of the different knockdown effects that Super Strength has. So if it was like the Malta, I would pick out the Sapper, and then I would Foot Stomp the whole group, and then I would use like Air Superiority when he got up, and then after that I would use like the Knockout Punch, and then I'd cycle through all of that again. But then the Fire Thermal I liked because it was damage, but it also had a lot of support for your team. It had multiple heals. It had multiple buffs. You could buff your like squishy units so that they wouldn't get held or immobilized or whatever. And then you could buff your like your tank or your brute or whoever with Forge, so they did extra damage. And then, but my favorite, the part that I liked the most, was I had the Mace Mastery, so I used the Web Grenade to immobilize everybody, and then I used Melt Armor to just reduce their resistances.
That's a good
and then I did Rain of Fire and Fireball, and I just watched the whole mob just disappear. Every single time.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you in a difficult spot. You don't have to answer. You probably know what's coming.
All right.
If you could only choose one of those archetype and power sets to play from now on, you could only play one. Which one would you go with? Which one is your true love?
It's so hard to say, but I would say based on what I played the most often and the build that I put the most like influence and the best power sets and all that stuff into, or the best combos for like Luck of the Gambler and all of my good recharge stuff and all of my high end enhancement bonus combos would be the tank.
Okay.
Because I'm a general leader if I'm playing in a group, otherwise I'll just play solo.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the tank is generally the best person to lead the group, because whoever's going to be in the middle of the fighting the most should be like, because the difference between a group succeeding and a group failing can rely heavily on whether or not the tank can actually live or not.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just kind of the flow of, at least me, that's how I've always looked at MMOs, is a lot of people are looking at the tank because, like you said, he's usually right there in the middle of the mix in the fight. He's usually the one leading the way, and everyone kind of just automatically kind of looks to that person a lot of times. So
Right.
I will say it would have been hard. The way you described both of them with the powers and everything that you gave me, it would be hard to decide. It really would be.
Right. And I think that's kind of where they have a crossover, which is part of what made me want to call, was you're talking about how you like area classes and you like area of effect.
Yep, love it.
Style, because there are benefits to doing individual damage and like doing a lot of single target damage. Most of it comes down to PvP, but there's also certain mobs in the game that you really need to focus down to kill fast. But you need area denial and you need AoE effects if you're going to play as like a group in a player versus environment setting. And so like that's kind of where they cross over. Is the Corruptor is really good at either starting and like massively crippling the enemy mob, or just completely destroying them after the tank or the brute or the whoever, like even a mastermind. If you play a certain type of mastermind, they can go defensive and go into the mob, and then they split the damage equally between all of their pets. So if you have like all 9 of your pets, you can do a pretty good job of tanking with the mastermind.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy scenario, but yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you find villains. That's probably why villains have such a hard time on the new servers, is because villains have very weird roles. Like a brute is not a tank. A brute is a brute, and a mastermind is not a controller or a defender. They're a mastermind, and so it's harder for people to be like, oh well, we need a defender of this or that or that. But like that's kind of where they all cross over, is on the willpower super strength. Super strength doesn't have a lot of AoEs as far as damage goes, but willpower super strength combined with one of your like epic pools and then your alpha powers, you can get a decent amount of AoE effects, but you're best at drawing a whole mob in and keeping the whole mob there and focus on you so that your team can do the damage. But then that's basically the exact opposite with the Corruptor, where they can just wipe out a whole mob without needing anybody else with them.
Yep. Well, I really appreciate the info, man, and I appreciate you calling in. Let me just go ahead and add another alt to the list to try out, and yeah, so I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. And you guys make these archetype and power set combos sound so good. I didn't realize that these Altoholics Anonymous meetings were going to give me more alts to play. I didn't know that's what was going to happen. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm on at least 6 of them so far. So we're going to see where this goes, where this ends up at the end of the stream. So you guys, let me look. You guys are cracking me up with some of these comments here. With the age. You were 2 years my elder, PG, and I'm 2 years his. Oh my gosh. When am I diving into Melee? Oh gosh, Lord Sidious. Alright, hello. Who do we have on the phone?
Hey, Positive Gamer, it's Penny Gwen.
How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing excellent, actually.
Perfect. Hey, listen, I was going to tell you this is not a good thing, but you're already kind of alluding to it.
What's that?
For Altaholic, now I want to try all these different ones that you guys are talking about.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying, that I did not realize that's what this stream was going to turn into, was me making a list of more alts to play. And I'm not joking. I've got a pen and I'm showing on stream. I got a pen and paper right here with a list. So
I know. I thought it was funny when Homecoming servers came out and it said we had 1,000 for each one. I'm like, oh yeah, right. Now I'm like,
yeah, maybe we need to bump that up a little bit, maybe in a couple months.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, let's talk about your favorite archetype and power set combo.
I like blasters, and I really like the fire because it just puts out so much damage. But then when you've got the energy as the second, you know, because the aggro you get, the energy can knock them back. So.
Yeah, it's hard to pass on that blaster damage, which is why I'm still playing Rick so much, because obviously you guys hear me all the time, numbers, big numbers. I love the big numbers, and I feel like other archetypes can't quite match what a blaster can with the damage with the numbers. So it's hard to beat if you like DPS.
Right. The controller too is, I think, is my second. You know, not that I'm a control freak or anything, but you know, just to own the group is fun.
Yep. And controllers are always in need. I mean, you always, every time you get in a group, let's get a controller or two. We need more controllers. It's a very helpful archetype to have. Honestly, just about no matter what power set you choose for it, it's good to have in a group.
Yeah. So, hey, man, thanks for what you're doing. This is so awesome. Glad to see you're having such success with it.
Yep, I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. Like I tell everybody, with my City of Heroes family. So I've been asking everybody, do you like the Altoholics Anonymous meetings? Has this been fun? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, heck yeah. My husband came home, was it Tuesday night? I was watching your stream, and I told him about it. And I had totally forgot about it today and turned on YouTube and saw you and was like, oh, turn it up.
Perfect. I love it. I'm glad you're liking it.
So, all right, man. You have a great night, and we'll see you around in the city.
You too. Thanks for calling in, my friend.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Blasters. You know that I'm going to be shaking my head yes when someone says blaster is their favorite archetype. You know that I'm going to agree, because big numbers, you know? Love it. Hello. Who do we have on the phone?
It's Razor Storm.
How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, brother. Hey, listen, I'm the one that told you to play the electric melee, electric armor Stalker.
Yes.
There's a reason you want to team with those guys. First of all, they can run to the end of any mission without even being detected, but they can also do massive AoE on the way if they have to.
Okay.
We have a thing called.
I'm listening.
We have a thing called telekill. So you come out of the shadows. You kill as much as you can in the way of trash mobs. You do not break stealth. You hit them with your execution, the big baddie. You placate, hit them again, and then you walk away. And you get to the end of the mission, teleport everybody to you, and then you finish it. It takes seconds.
Now, let me back up a second to make sure I heard that right. You mentioned using some type of damaging or some type of attack that it doesn't break your stealth?
It's the final attack in the electric melee for the Stalker.
Oh my gosh.
It's an AoE. It will kill, if you slot it correctly, it will kill all the trash mobs, and you could be hitting an AV. Use your execute, placate them, go back into stealth. It lasts long enough that you can hit them again with your execute, and it's over.
Matt, are you taking notes? Hold on now. What was this power set combo again?
It's the electric melee, electric armor.
Electric melee.
You want to make sure that you fill out your fitness pool for health and stamina. Use all 6 slots on both. You don't need any other power pools except some kind of travel power. I prefer flight. And then you use teleport so that you can assist your teams.
I have added that one to the list because I'm not going to lie, that sounds appealing. And I'm assuming that the reason you're bringing that up also is I'm assuming that's your favorite archetype and power set combo to play.
It is. I used to play a character called Shadow Solitaire. I do almost nothing but PvE. It's great in PvP, but PvE is where it's at because I can assist a team get through task force, any kind of missions pretty quickly just by taking the teleport.
Huh. I've only been in a group with an electric melee anything one time, I think. I feel like I don't see it that often. Maybe I'm just not getting out there enough and grouping with different people enough, but I feel like I haven't seen that very often.
It was probably one of the best kept secrets back in the day because I played as a villain. I'm now playing as a hero, and I'm actually in Heroes Reborn 4.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
As Shadow Surge. So you may also know me as Razor Storm in Discord and Mike on this channel.
Okay, Mike. All right, we're gonna have to group up sometime so you can show me the ropes and show me what this thing's all about.
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Well, I have added another one to my list. So I really do appreciate the info, man, because I had not heard about that. Nobody's kind of filled me in on that, and I've not seen it. So for real, I might hit you up sometime and just run a couple missions so we can see it. But I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, man. Hit me up in game, and I can walk you through some stuff.
All right. Sounds good. Awesome.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks. You too, man. All right. Bye-bye. Did y'all know that? Is that like one of the best kept City of Heroes secrets or something? Because I didn't know nothing about this. And I'm not saying that I know a lot about it, but about the game, but I knew nothing about that. Ain't nobody told me. I feel like everybody that plays that is hiding it. That must be what it is. They're keeping the best archetype and power sets combo to themselves. You need to stop adding to your list. You have a problem. I do, Guan. I do. And I'm willing to admit that I do have this problem. So. So the phone line is back open up. I want to take as many phone calls as possible tonight since it is the first AA meeting to kick it off. Take as many. We're assassins for a reason with the winky face. Oh, you nailed it with the winky face, Mike. You nailed it with the winky face. That's true. Zetasis actually just said it perfectly. Altoholics Anonymous is about feeding the problem of alts, not curing it. And that's why I said, guys, there will be no certificate at the end of this program. This is all about like-minded individuals that love City of Heroes coming together and discussing it with each other and getting each other potentially hyped up even more about the game. That's kind of the thing, because you guys had me so excited to try these different combinations and stuff with the power sets. Ones that I really hadn't even considered until you guys said, hey, yeah, you should play this one because it's so good at this. It's so good at this. Trust me, I know. I've been playing it. And it gets me so pumped up about the game to try all of these different things. And hopefully it's having that effect on a lot of you guys as well. So, top secret, low key, these meetings are about getting you guys even more pumped up about this flipping game and playing it. Low key, that's what it's about. I just didn't want to say anything. All right? You don't think a lot of people knew about teleport attacks not breaking hidden? I didn't know that. An electric melee has been semi-popular. I mean, I've only grouped with one electric melee. Like I'm thinking back. I'm playing through past groups. One time, I think. I've just not grouped with that many. Me personally. So, if anybody wants to call in and discuss their favorite archetype and power set combo, you can call this number right here, 865-235-1489. Yeah. I'm trying to make a little jingle or something out of it so I can remember it. Because if I were to cover it up, let me try. 865-245-1389. Close, but not quite. See, I need a little jingle so I can remember it or something. But if you want to call in and discuss it, if that's it, then we'll kind of wrap it up if we're not getting any more callers. So that really, we've discussed everything that I had on the plate for this first meeting. I wanted to get a feel for it and kind of see how it was going to go and what people enjoyed discussing the most. And I'm kind of getting an idea for it. And then we're going to go from there. So, what was your favorite archetype? Ryan, I knew someone was going to throw it down on me. I knew they were. Right now, Oh gosh, now see, I'm always playing the fence on stuff, and it's not fair. I shouldn't be allowed to do that. Okay. You know what? Right now, this is going to freak some of you out. Prepare yourself. This is going to freak some of you out, I think, when I say this, because I don't think anyone else is going to say this is their favorite. I'm serious. I think I'm the Lone Ranger here with this. My favorite is a controller with the power sets Plant Control and Nature Affinity. I'm waiting for responses. I'm just going to sit back for a second, pretend like I'm playing with my water bottle here, and wait for some responses to that. That has been, listen, you guys, I know I just talked about Blaster, and I know that Rick is my 50. I love the big numbers. But when I play Photosynth, my Plant Control Nature Affinity controller, literally, I am grinning from ear to ear the entire time. I love it. And that's what we're always talking about with this game, with City of Heroes, is playing what you enjoy, playing what you love, and I love playing that character. So, you guys, just a heads up, you may be seeing a lot of Photosynth. Yes, the guy with the socks and the sandals, because I love that character. To each his own. It's a beast. I'm trying to see responses. Yep, Photosynth, that's him, Hunter. Mad Heals is a great addition to any team. Absolutely. The healing on that character is crazy. The amount of support you can provide with that. That's because you haven't played anything else. Well, that for right now, Seminole. I mean, I will put it out there that I have not tried every archetype power set combination. There's for me personally, there's not enough time in the day for me to go through and do that yet. Eventually, we'll get to it. But for now, as we speak on this stream, 6/20/2019, 9:56 p.m. Eastern Time, during this AA meeting, that is my favorite archetype and power set combo. Yeah, and that's the thing. For those of you who only stick with one archetype with certain types of power sets, so let me give you an example here. You only play melee, or you only play ranged, or you only play support. I know that's putting in a different category, but you see what I'm getting at here. Maybe you're not. Maybe I'm not making any sense. But what I'm trying to say is try something a little different, something that you don't normally do. So if you only play melee, try ranged. If you only play DPS, try some support. It will feel like an entirely different game. That's one of the things that I always recommend to people that tell me they're a little bit burnt out, because I have had a few people. Is anyone experiencing burnout yet with this game? I'm not, but I'm asking. A few people, word for word, and that's perfectly fine. It's fine. Have hit me up and said, "Hey, I'm kind of burnt out on the game. I'm going to take a break for a bit. Hey, I'm kind of burnt out. I'm not playing right now." If you get that feeling, or if you in your gut, if you think you're starting to feel that way, play something a little bit different, and it will feel like a different game to you. I'm telling you, because I started out when Homecoming kicked back off, I started out just playing ranged DPS. When I went back and played controller and played support, talk about eye-opening. It was an entirely different way to look at the game. It's so much fun to do that. Javon says, "Come speak with Auntie." Oh man, yes, try something different. Step outside of your archetype comfort zone. That's what we'll say. Step outside your power set comfort zone. Think to yourself, which one have I looked at and said that's just crazy. I wouldn't play that. I can't see myself playing that. And try it. Just do it. I'm telling you, you might be happy that you did. Man. But does anyone else want to call in? We're about 2 hours into the stream. And I'm waiting for this to pop up. To see if it reads it out loud. Because I think I had all this set correctly. Let's see.
God, I wish my BF would get burnt out from the game.
Oh, man. It doesn't happen to many of us, girlfriend of 10 years. It does not happen to many of us. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a fair warning. First off, thank you for the $2 donation. Thank you for the support. It doesn't happen to many of us. So prepare yourself. Here's some advice I can give. If you can't, you know the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. It might be time. It might be time, girlfriend of 10 years, to just join him. Sometimes it's what you got to do. Hunter said, okay, that actually made me LOL, Hunter. I don't do that often. He said, I have a question before the stream closes. Who had the sexiest voice? I told you guys, sometimes I get made fun of for my southern accent. Basically, what southern people do is we take the G off of everything and pronounce it that way. So if I'm saying something, I say something. If I'm saying I'm thinking, I say I'm thinking. And that was voted sexiest accent in the world somewhere. So I'm just saying. Not a fan of Defenders. Dark was the only one that you enjoyed. Defenders have a big following. A lot of people enjoy playing Defenders. I myself have enjoyed playing Defender from time to time. I actually personally even enjoyed playing just a straight empathy Defender. I thought it was kind of fun, but you know. Yeah, I don't think that I had any other talking points. Let me look at my notes. I don't think I had anything else. Nope. Also, we mentioned the stream on Friday night on Siobhan's Twitch channel that I might be streaming as well. I don't know yet. I'll find out tomorrow. And then also Saturday, keep an eye out again. If you're a member of Heroes Reborn and you are level 50 and have your alpha slot unlocked, Incarnate Trials, Saturday starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The stream might get moved from 8 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. I do not know yet. But there is a chance that could happen. So please just keep an eye out on the Discord and on the community tab here on YouTube. And I'll try to post tomorrow or Saturday morning if that's going to happen. So... but it'll be Incarnate Trials, whether it's at 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. Either way, we're going to do some Incarnate stuff on Rick again because I had a ton of fun with that. And I guess that's probably going to be it. These will be a little bit shorter than the gameplay streams because obviously with playing the game, it's a little easier to just sit back and play it. And the game is kind of the content, so to say. So these, I'm thinking for the AA meetings, about a 2-hour time slot. If that feels good to you guys, I think that'll be about right. And also, real quick, if you're watching this video after it's live, comment in the comment section with your favorite archetype and power set combo. And hopefully you can make it to the next AA meeting. Again, you guys, thank you guys for being the guinea pigs. The people that are here right now, there's still 70 people here. Thank you for being the guinea pigs for the first AA meeting. Some people were a little nervous. Some people didn't want to admit that they have a problem. You guys have broken the ice. So hopefully this will pave the way for others to join in on these AA meetings. I probably will be playing tonight with maybe some new power sets and archetypes now that you guys have mentioned these to me. Thank you. I'm acting like I'm angry. I'm not. Thank you for introducing them to me. And yeah. So I'm going to pull up the outro screen. Thank you to all of the donors tonight. Cody, Mike, and girlfriend of 10 years. Any new subs? We did get a new member right before we went live. Cody Stop Representative Hermes. I'm assuming you watch the Cody Stop YouTube channel. That's some pretty funny stuff over there. I watch that as well. But appreciate all the love you guys show me consistently on this channel. I love the City of Heroes community. And yeah, appreciate all the phone calls. If you've got to work tomorrow, if you're going to bed soon, just let this music just kind of drift you off to sleep. And just watch as the tram gives some of the heroes a ride to whatever their destination might be. I love you guys. You guys are my family. Hopefully I'll see you in Paragon City soon. Peace out, guys.